welcome to Mortgage Minute Monday and episode 2 of our series called Analyzing Your Credit. I'm here with Tria Kreitzer, the owner of the Joe Carbone team of Compass, and my name is Lisa Baxter with First Community Mortgage. How's everybody doing?
Great, Lisa.
We are so fortunate to have Tom Voli here with us from First Nations Credit, and today we are going to discuss analyzing your credit. Tom, what you got for us today?
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Tria. How are you guys doing today?
Doing great. Thank you.
It's a beautiful day. I'm very pleased to do, and thank you for asking me. Today, we're going to get right into what to look for on your credit to evaluate it so you're prepared. The idea is to be prepared before they pull your credit. You don't want surprises. You want to know what's there. So initially, the best way, the ultimate best way, takes a little bit of time, but it's the best way, is you go to myfreeannualreport.com and you just get your free report from each of the major bureaus. You're allowed to have one each year, so that will give you an idea of everything that the bureau says is on your report. And the reason I say that that's an important place to start is because, again, as I mentioned in the last episode, they'll only give you the information that was paid for. If you go to a various source like Credit Karma, they pay bare bones minimum. You don't see everything. So the scores are going to be reflected on that. You want the most complete information. So you go get the free report from each of the major bureaus. That'll give you an idea from start if you have the right information. Then from there, start looking at the accuracy of the report. First, the personal information, because I get people with common names that could have a middle initial that's somebody else's. And many times that can be tied to negative stuff that's on your report, that the removal of which will just cause that to go away, and that could cause scores to shift up just by cleaning up your personal information. So make sure they have the right current address, and anything that's real old, can be disputed as irrelevant, and or if it's over 7 years, it's irrelevant. So analyzing the report for accuracy. Then after analyzing the report for accuracy of the personal information, you're looking at the report to make sure you don't see activity you don't recognize. Like in the inquiry section, you're looking where has the last inquiry been pulled from. Now, if you didn't apply for any credit, you shouldn't see any there unless you have a credit card or a credit line that upped your credit limit and they just checked it briefly first. Usually they'll do what's called a soft pull on that, where you won't see those inquiries. But if they do a hard pull, that's where that would show up. So you're looking at the inquiries to make sure you don't see anything you don't recognize, because that could identify someone has access to your information. So that's the second thing to look for. Then the last thing you're looking at is the actual accounts. Do they have your payment history correct? Is there anything labeled there? Is there a status that's reported incorrectly? Those are the things, again, that can affect the score rather dramatically because they're short term. They just recently happened. So take a look at the status of every account, make sure everything is listed correctly, no payments missing, etc. Then you know what you're working with. Then you can reasonably assess that I don't see anything here that's a mystery, and you can then pull the credit report and determine what you're working with.
That's perfect. That's all fantastic information, Tom. We are going to continue our series next week with episode 3 and living in the solution, and telling everybody how to fix what's on there and what Tom can do for you to help you to get to that point where you're mortgage ready. We look forward to it. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
Have a great week.